Okay. We're very janky today. Hey guys, it's Theia. Welcome back to Garden Goddess Tarot. Sorry, my house has been in absolute shambles for the last 2 weeks, so I have not been able to film. There's been contractors here. There's been like holes cut in my house everywhere. Right now you're sitting on an unfinished window. And I don't know if they're coming today. I'm assuming they are, so I'm gonna try and make this quick, but I really wanted to get into it because it's very, very exciting. I have a package from Make Playing Cards. I ordered some decks. You know how it is when you order a custom print on demand deck order. It's always very exciting. You usually sit on them for a long time before you actually pull the trigger. So I'm gonna get into the 3 decks that I ordered today and have a look with me and see what the fun is. It's also my birthday month. Actually, this arrived just in time because my birthday's tomorrow. So what perfect timing. For those of you that may not be familiar, Make Playing Cards is a print-on-demand website where if you've created a deck of cards, like I think it initially started as playing cards, but I think like a lot of tarot creators and oracle creators have jumped on its convenience for that. And it is the same site that I host the selling of the Hellenic Oracle, if you're familiar. I appreciate their convenience. You can make, you know, they do have high quality gilding options, boxes and tins and stuff, but you can also sell your decks for, you know, a mediocre price. And I will say, for any of you who know, if you've sold on Make Playing Cards before, you don't always, it's not a money-making endeavor. It's just a great platform to be able to, you know, conveniently always have available decks that you've created without the kind of the difficulties that logistics kind of present when you know, order in bulk and ship them yourself. So you can just, you know, have as many as you need instead of like doing a Kickstarter or pre-ordering 100 of them or whatever. So I got 3 decks. Who shall we start with? Ooh, let's start with the one that like prompted the order. Ooh, she's nice. This is Rose Bay's These Blue Bones Oracle, and I went very basic. I didn't even get it a box or a bag, so I've got a bag here I can use, but I just want those cards, guys. Usually that's why I love the ability to have a variety of options on print on demand sites, because like sometimes like I don't want to like, you know, splash out for gilding in a box and all that, because I really am just super interested in the contents of the cards. So anywho, let's get this open and have a look. So this is a huge oracle deck. I forget off the top of my head how many cards are actually in it, but it's at least 100. And I think I got it on the Eco cardstock. Is that true? Or is it standard smooth? It feels really light. I'm thinking it might be the Eco. Yes, I think it is. Oh, it feels nice. Okay, anyway, for those of you who may not know, Rose Bay is the creator of the Sistine Tarot, Lacrimosa Tarot, foreshadowing, These Blue Bones Oracle, and she has a few others as well whose names escape me. And she's always working on some, and she has the kindness in her heart to put them all up on Make Playing Cards for their you know, for those of us who are interested in looking at them. But this deck is an oracle deck, so it's a huge, wonderful oracle size oracle deck. It's photo collage, and it has a very, it's like a poetic melancholy feel about it, which is something here. I'll show you some cards as we flip through, but I think this one says Baptized in Fire. I think it's going to be a really, really fun deck to get to know and connect with on a really personal level. And I was hesitant at first because I'm like, okay, do I need this? Because being so many cards, you know, it was up there in price. Oracle size as well jumps the price up a bit. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just logically think to myself, do I need this? However, just with my relationship with poetry, how it's been working its way into my, not just card practice, but my spiritual practice in general, I felt like this deck spoke to me in a place that was very, very important to me. And actually it kind of hit me recently when I was going through the Mindscapes Tarot, and I was like really, really enjoying that whole experience. Blooming in the dark. Oh, it's stunning. So I was going through the Mindscapes Tarot, really enjoying that experience, and I said out loud to myself, like, oh, I've got, you know, navy blue. The color really does something to me. And then I'm like, hang on. There is a very blue deck out in the world that has been screaming your name and you've not been listening. So, breaking bread. Ooh, like this has meaning for me in ways that I didn't know. This one's buried. I feel like this is gonna read so well with, like, I want to use it with tarot. Okay, thinking wise. Get this. The deck family, which I may pull out later, you may see in a tarot roundup video. I'm thinking Fairy Pinter. I'm thinking the Prophet Oracle. I'm thinking Sistine Tarot. I'm thinking, who else do we want to throw in here? Honestly, I want to try it with Marielle too. Like, I'm thinking this is going to be like that tier of reverence is going to be used with this particular deck. Broken China. The Child's card. Stunning. Very good. And I think the symbolic meaning within the cards is very obvious to me. Child wound. But I appreciate the sheer variety. Oh, this is amazing. This one says city is my church. But just that card. So beautiful. So stunning. I'm coming home. I feel like it has so much meaning for me, particularly outside of, oh my gosh. Sorry, sparkly water and sky next to each other, like, literally makes my brain set off alarm bells in the best way. Yeah, cornerstone. I feel like this is so special. Rosebay, how did you know? Yeah, and I have the cross-eye bear. There's so much symbolism, so much potential for spiritual exploration within this that I'm just so stoked for. This is cool. It's really cool. And I'm glad I did the thing, and I can't wait to get to know it on, like, a deeply personal level. I'm trying to think what other decks. I know Fairy Pinter for sure. Like, that's 10 out of 10. That's like the first thing I want to put it with. Just vibe color wise, as well as my own personal meaning for it, but yeah. There's the Devil card. Eclipse. Beautiful. So good. Okay, and I probably shouldn't go through every single card here because we'll be here forever, but oh, they're so beautiful. And Yui. Reminds me of being a teenager writing poetry on the internet. The old internet. Entanglement. Ephemeral. It's got that, like, ancient and modern feel about it. Just having a hard time with that one. There we go. But yeah, it feels timeless. It feels like in the past but in the present, but also kind of in the future. And I think it's super cool. So that's These Blue Bones, an Oracle by Rosebay. I think it's, yeah, excellent. I love it. Okay, I have this one too. We have to this one. We have to. Look at it. Fruit of the Dead. Beautiful. Girl's an artist. Love her. Anyway. But yeah. Sorry, did I show you the backs? These are the backs. Very simple, very beautiful, very clear. Happiness. Look at this. Look at this stunning. Anyway, I can't, as I said, there's so many cards. I can't wait to deep dive absolutely all of them and get my little face in there and let my heart kind of come out as we work through them. Amazing. So that was the reason I put in the make playing cards order. I'm gonna have to make this a beautiful bag. A beautiful, like, textured navy blue and gold. I have, like, a particular fabric in mind in my brain. I just need to find it in the world, but that one. Okay, so the other deck by Rosebay that I've been putting off getting forever, as I'm sure you guys have seen the bananas out of, is the Lacrimosa Tarot, also by Rosebay. And I just haven't put in an NPC order in so long, and I was gonna wait, and then I was thinking, okay, we're coming up on fall, Samhain, Mabon, like, I'm gonna want it then. I better just order it now. So I did, and it was my birthday. Best excuse ever is it's my birthday. Let's get in. I'm overkill on the on the weapon of entry in this case. I don't want to hurt it, but These scissors are great. They were my grandma's. I keep them around for deck opening and other important important jobs up here. So like, listen to them. I wish scissors now made that noise. Amazing. I love it. Okay, Lacrimosa Tarot. This one, also by Rosebay, is a tarot as opposed to an oracle. So it's going to be our 78 cards. It's got a very like romantic, gothic, that like the romanticism of the devotion and obsession that kind of bubbles out of you in a like religious and Catholic kind of context. And this one has a box and a little book with it. It's not card meetings, it's just where the art came from, which is nice. Lovely of her to include. But I'm here for the cards. You guys know I'm here for the cards. The backs on these, stunning, beautiful, simple, gets the point across. We've all seen it a million times, but I feel like I really just needed to give it a proper go. And I can't wait to get to know this one. I'm gonna spend some time with it, see how it reads, instead of just... This one, it's a vibey deck, I guess is the way to say it. Like the symbolism in it is subtle. It's more of the energy of the card as a whole, as opposed to looking for specific symbols within the card that relate to the tarot. There'll be some, but it's more of a branching out and kind of immersing yourself in the feeling of the atmosphere of the deck. Yeah. And there are a couple versions of this, one with titles and one without. I went with titles just because, I don't know, I like it. I felt like there's a certain magic in naming the thing, you know? And having the label on a tarot card is very that. But yeah, it's I feel like this deck isn't trying to teach you anything new about tarot. It's trying to take what you know about tarot and immerse it into this particular world. And the combination of your existing familiarity with tarot within this world is where the magic happens. And I think it's going to be super fun. Perfect for the dark half of the year. Or whenever. All year round. But yeah, I'm feeling like it's very passionate. It's very, for me, this is romantic. This feels incredibly romantic to me. But as that little like goth kid at heart, of course, this is going to appeal. But like romantic in the way that like romance is painful. Like the agony, words like agony and longing and desire. It's a good tower card. Yeah, agony, longing, desire, intensity. And again, devotion. It's like, I feel like this deck, the camera's having a hard time focusing today, but I feel like this deck is very much the vibe that if like the Hierophant card and the Lovers card were smushed together. Mixed with a little bit of the Judgment card, you know? I feel like that's the energetic combo of these. Maybe, oh, and the Death. Okay, so you got the Hierophant, Lovers, Death, and Judgment all mixed together, and you have this deck, which I'm kind of here for. So, again, excited to get to know it. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. There's 1.5 million walkthroughs of this. It's one of those ones that's going to be always available, so far as I've heard from Rosebay, so there's no rush if you're hemming and hawing about it. Lots to chew on, but I'm really glad I bit the bullet and I did it. So that is the Lacrimosa Tarot. Hold on, I want to find. There we go. No. I want to look at the set. I want to really look at the set. I've been showing you and not looking at them. 7 of Wands, because that's my birth card. Yeah. Fun. Okay. Excellent. Is there any others I want to like have a quick look at? Oh, okay. Ace of Cups. Obviously, this is like one of my favorite paintings of all time. Love it. Yeah, I love, like, especially when it's just like a cup, an empty cup, that speaks volumes. They're simple, but they're so beautiful. Yeah, yes. Oh god, the miners are so good. Obsessed. Cleopatra is making her face known. And the swords too, this is so good. Sorry, I like looking at them in secret. I'm the worst. Judith, head of Holofernes. You let him have it, my girl. Yeah, this one's gonna be good. I think it's gonna fit right in. So I'm glad I finally bit the bullet, and I'm now the steward, the home of a copy of Rose Bay's Lacrimosa Tarot. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. Happy birthday to me. So those are the Rose Bay decks that I picked up. And the last one is one from Chanel. Chanel Days. She has a YouTube channel here on the old platform. And she makes a ton of decks. And this one I love the concept of it. It was beautiful. It was kind of fit the mood of the rest of the order also. And this one is called the Limrance Tarot. And Limerance is a beautiful $10 word that fills your whole mouth when you say it. That describes the kind of feeling of quick love, like when you're like absolutely obsessed with something immediately. It's not quite love. It's Limerance, which speaks volumes, I think. So if I can use my monster scissors to get in here, we'll have a look at some of the cards. And again, I forget which cardstock I put this on. We'll find out in a second. Sorry if that looked scary, like I was gonna poke myself in the eye. Felt like I might have. Might also be the Superior Smooth. Either way, both are great. MPC has great cardstock that always shuffles like a dream. Alrighty, so here's the backs of the Limerance Tarot. Alright, so here's the backs of Limerance Tarot. Lovely. There is an extra sun. Excellent, okay. I'll show you some of the cards we will go through. There's the Fool. Love the little bubbles. Again, another, this is a digital photo collage. There's the Magician. High Priestess. I feel like this is just a great one to just grab and read with. It's really clear. There's a lot of imagery I'm familiar with. Beautiful choices, obviously. Chanel is another one of those great deck creators. And I just haven't had the opportunity to pick up any of her stuff yet. She does, I think, she makes so many. They're beautiful. Lots of very beautiful, like, Sacred Feminine stuff. Both of them, Rose Bay and Chanel, are great at it. There's a Hierophant. Yeah, like, come on. Beautiful. I think this is gonna be good. Hang out in the deck family. Okay, we got a couple lovers as well. So we've got our, not standard lovers, but the first lovers. The second lovers. And the third lovers, which makes sense for there to be so many in a Limerance deck. I think it's that you can choose which of the 3 iterations you're most comfortable with, or leave them all in and have it be a very lovely deck in various forms, which I think would play out interestingly as well, depending on who you're reading with, right? Like if you leave in the 2 male ones, then if it comes up in a reading, it might have more of a connotation towards a situation like that, or even no matter like the orientation of the client, right? Or if you've got a male female one and you're working with someone who's prefers the company of women, then it's more of a platonic real like example of a relationship that requires commitment, or however the context of the reading comes up. But I think like there is something to be said about having extra ones in there, but also the purist in my brain is very one lovers, come on, silly girl. So there's the chariot. You can do whatever you want, obviously. There's no rules. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. I feel like that's my job here on YouTube. When it comes to like practice related stuff. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Do what you want. Do whatever you want. And I think it really boils down to when it comes to your practice. I'm sorry. Justice card, yes. Just, figuring out what it is you want, which is the hardest part. That's the hardest part of a practice, is figuring out what it is that you want. And once you figure out what you want, and deep down in your heart of hearts that that is what you want, then do it. And don't let anybody else tell you why you shouldn't. My gosh. The Devil card is Shadow. I like that. Tower. Gorgeous star. Obsessed. I want to eat it. Something about a strawberry. Moon is also so beautiful. I want you to be able to see properly. Can you? There she is. Perspective on that is so good. Sun. And I guess while we're here, I'll show you the other sun, which I like to. Love a sunny child moment. But yeah, figure out what you want, do what you want, use your practice to amplify, encourage, magnetize what it is that you want so it shows up in your life in a way that you can benefit from, however it is you choose to benefit. And just do it. Feel your way through your life, encouraging what it is you want most. But yeah, no one, I feel like this is something no one talks about, but the hardest part of all of it is just figuring out what you want. What's important to you, what is sacred, what is special. That's why I think when I do, sorry, you're getting random tangents. I'm like absolutely famous for just like waffling and going on about stuff. But what I felt was like super important with my practice of like the card of the year and starting with the Magician and working my way across, having the High Priestess be so early on, like especially when it comes to picking my word of the year, as opposed to it just being like randomly chosen based on your age that year, was that really early on you get hit with the High Priestess, and that year after you're like, ooh, Fool, fun, ooh, Magician, that's great, I can make stuff happen, and then you're like, wait, the High Priestess is like, okay, what is sacred? What is worth my energy and my time? What is worth wanting? Why do I want this? Why is it special? Why is it sacred? And how do I keep it sacred? You know? So that's my advice to you. If I were just to make one YouTube video ever, it would be this. Just figure out what you want. And don't want it because other people want it. Want it because you know, deep in your bones. Like you can feel it inside, way deep down in your body. It's kind of an extension of Joseph Campbell's quote about following your bliss. It's a good way to refer to it. It's not just desire, it's not just like happiness, it is bliss. It's like your soul's purpose is another like heavier, weightier way to say it. But yeah, follow your bliss. That's what the practice is for. If it starts to feel like work, if it's not fun, change it till it is. And don't let anyone tell you you're doing it wrong, because they do it differently, because they're on their own path. Silly girl. There we go. Amazing. Oh, Nike. Victory girl. Here's my set, and here's the 7 of Wands in this one. For contrast. I was like pointing it out. I feel like this card needs more love. But I'm biased because it's my birth card, so super fun. Which is also the decking right now. The 8's really good. I feel like this deck, just as we're like quickly flipping through it, it's a very zazzy deck. It's very energetic. It jumps back and forth from like bright and fun to intense and moody to soft and romantic to nostalgic, classic, cozy. Like it's got a good spread. I don't think I have a deck that has this like wide of a scope of imagery, but I like it, and I feel like that'll lead to like incredibly dynamic readings. Oh, I really like the King of Wands. Another Leo card. Whoo! Yes. Super fun. Ace of Cups is always good. It's never not good. Show me a deck where the Ace of Cups isn't good. No such thing has ever happened. Obsessed. Chanel, this is amazing. This is so beautiful. Thank you for making this and letting us buy it. It's cute. 3 of Cups as well. And I hope you've hidden some of your secrets in this deck that we will never find. That's my hope as well with deck creators. This is a message for all you deck creators out there. I hope you've hidden your personal secrets in decks of your creation and then never told anybody about them and hope that they never discover them. But the energy and the magic of those secrets is always kind of there. Oh, this is good. But yeah, I hope you've thrown meaning in here that no one will ever... We can feel it, but we won't understand it. That's what I want. That's all I want from deck creators. I just want your deepest, darkest secrets to be hidden in the things that you give to us. Is that too much to ask? That's a gorgeous Nine of Cups. Okay, well, I guess we're like going through this whole one while I ramble and waffle. There we go. I love the family in the teacup. That's really good. Page of Cups. Knight of Cups. The Queen. Yeah, I love this spread. It's got all of the good stuff. She knows what's what. I appreciate her choices in collaging imagery. This feels right. I'm not sure exactly what type of reading I'm going to use it for. If it'll be one that I need to like pull for when I'm feeling particularly needy or emotional, or like just like a general all-purpose reader maybe even. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to keep you updated as the use goes. Cause yeah, again, since Mindscapes, I've not been using new decks a lot. I've been really going back to a lot of my older decks lately. What are some that I've been using? Just a quick random tangenty thought. That I've been really liking. Oh, Witch's Tarot by Chris Madsen mixed with the Ghost Honey, Gentle Chaos Oracle, and Luminous Void Tarot, and that combo. No, Luminous Void Tarot and the Ghost Honey Gentle Chaos deck, as well as Gentle Chaos with the Witch's Tarot have been working really well. So yeah, I'm just been like messing around with decks I haven't used in a while, and it's really fun and it's great. So, but now I've got some new ones to throw in, courtesy of you wonderful creators, and I'm super obsessed with them. Those are good. Okay. Ooh, and sorry, Chanel also is a genius. She makes extra cards in the back with card meanings on them for you, if you're curious and want just a little reference, like if you know, your brain goes like blah and you don't remember. There's some keywords for each of the cards at the back. So that is the Limerance Tarot by Chanel Days. I'll link her channel as well as links to all the decks down below if you're curious. I can't wait to get into all of these. Rose Bay, Chanel, you guys are amazing. Love you so much. This is so great. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'll probably, I don't know if I'll post this today or if it'll go up tomorrow on my birthday, but either way, thank you for spending my birthday with me if you watch it on the 13th. I really appreciate it. But have a wonderful day. Enjoy the hot, toasty summer, and I will see all you wonderful people soon.